Thank you. Good morning. Vanakkam. Oh my God, so excited. What's the name of the gentleman who presented? Annamalai. Super introduction. Thank you so much. Thank you for the preparation and the groundwork what you have done. Excellent intro. Thank you. Most importantly, the Q&A. All right. What questions do you have? And I would love to answer all those questions. All right. And how can I actually create, how can I quench your curiosity is what I'm here for, all right? And anything what I can answer. Nikal, before I got here, very first thing what I ask is, she's 87 years old. She's going through dementia, in the sense, marandruvaanga and all that. Throughout the day, short-term memory loss. But one thing she never forgets, when I'm going to speak at a particular event, the first and foremost thing what I ask her is, hey mom, I'm going to address students at St. Joseph's College. Nikki Kalila rendu presentation St. Joseph's poren, adukapra campion poren. What should I present to the students? When I first சொன்னாங்க, belief. A belief that you will be successful one day. And the challenges what she went through in her life in raising 6 kids was incredible. I get goosebumps when I see this. பயங்கரமா கஷ்டப்பட்டாங்க. அதுல கூட she gave me the gift of education, and that's what really got me here. But one of the most important things is the belief that one day you will be successful. You're all going to be successful one day. Just have that belief. The second thing what she said is, when you start a business, most importantly what you want to do is good business. Business values. பெரும்பாலும் business பண்றதுல என்னன்னா, we take shortcuts. எப்படி பணம் சீக்கிரமா சம்பாதிக்கிறது? How do you become super rich one day and everything is for yourself? Doing good business values. That is my mom's takeaways for you. Thank you. So I will start with my presentation now. All right. So are you ready? All right. 10 minutes. How can I give you a glimpse of the entrepreneurial journey? I am originally from Trichy. Born and brought up in Trichy. I want to talk to you about before the entrepreneurial journey and what sparked the entrepreneurial journey. That's the most important thing. So the first and foremost thing is my dad had studied only till 10th grade. And my mom was a high school teacher. They both are from Trichy. Very, very difficult, challenging situations where they were not in a position to make ends meet. So, Trichy, there have never been large employers. Despite all the challenges, they were not able to send all the kids to English medium schools. I was one of them, fortunate ones. Now, if I have to go to school, I'll go only to Campion. They gave me the gift of education by sending me to Campion, by making it was a big, difficult stretch. My father various different development in the sense like being an iron scrap, picking up iron scrap, setting up iron scrap, then cows மாடுக்கு அந்த காலத்துல லேகியம் பண்ணுவாங்க. அந்த லேகியம் பண்றதுல இருந்து he had tried several entrepreneurial gigs but nothing worked out for him. Finally he went and worked as a driver in the Middle East. As a result of which our வெளியூர் போனதுனால our family was able to make a living. எங்க அம்மா ஃபுல்லா பசங்களை பார்த்துட்டு she was and always raised as a single parent, right? Just by, and I had this campaign ku porappa parents teachers day la nikla parents la varuvaanga, mom and dad. I had this burning desire, how can I be raised? Why is that my dad is not with me? Varshathula, so na first 12 in my 15-16 years I'd stayed with him for about 1 year. Eppdina oru varshathula he'll be there for about a month. So there was always a burning desire. Two things arose out of that. One, adversity. Adversity is when you go through very, very difficult situations, you always have that burning desire to do something. The second thing is, I always felt, why is it that Trichy did not, had my father had an opportunity to work in Trichy, probably I would have been raised by my mom and dad as well. So I had this burning desire that I want to do something in Trichy which is going to help people in Trichy to live and work and raise families in Trichy. And how could I do that? Right? So that's the thought which was deeply seated in me. Much later, studied in Campion, then went to Bangalore. Did not have a spectacular educational credential. All right? I did not have A grades. எல்லாத்துலேயுமே சூப்பராக படித்து பயங்கரமாக மார்க் வாங்கினேன், அது மாதிரிலாம் கிடையாது. I would always been back bencher nu sollalam, front bencher nu sollalam, middle bencher nu sollalam. Ena front bencher na I really tried hard, but Monday la yerla. What can I do? All right? And I could not really figure out what my passion was much earlier in my life. So that went on. When I went to Bangalore University, I was pushed into studying computer science. My interest was in biology. I wanted to become a doctor, but grades kadayadhu, and we did not have that kind of money to go and spend in capitation. So anyways, I went to Bangalore University, And you must all probably know, I guess, by now, but that I completed my bachelor's in computer science, a 4-year degree in about 7 years. அவ்வளோ சூப்பராக படித்தேன். So it took such a long time for me to just graduate out of college. But completing my college in 4 years, day 1, 4 வருஷத்தில் முடிச்சுட்டு ப்ரொவிஷனல் சர்டிஃபிகேட் வாங்கிட்டு 21 அரியர் வச்சுக்கிட்டு வந்த உடனே the first thing what I did was, how do I apply and get my job? Because my parents, my mom needed the money. By then my dad had passed away. My mom needed to run the family and we needed money. Just about 1,200 rupees. So anyways, just put that immediately. First interview in Trichy, right in St. It's why I'm so proud of always when St. Joseph's invites me, right? I want to come to St. Joseph's because it takes me back to my roots. ஏன்னா நான் என்னோட ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஜாப் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணது வந்து சென்ட் ஜோசப்ஸ் கேம்பஸ் இருக்குல்ல, இந்த சைடில் சைக்கிள் கடைங்கள்லாம் இருக்குல்ல, சைக்கிள் கடைங்களுக்கு மேலே ஒரு பில்டிங் இருக்குல்ல, that is where Brilliance Computer is. That is my first job. So that's where I started. And every time I step into this campus, it takes me to my first job where I started, I'm so proud of, which gave me all the skill and ability of what I do. And second thing is, I'll never forget Holy Cross College as well. You know, the first large presentation of 1,000 students, what I gave from Brilliance, was in front of all the girls, so nervous. I went and gave that presentation, but that gave me the confidence of how to appear on stage. So those are the two things which happened. But eventually what happened was, in leadership, it is so important that you need to actually, as a leader, as you're all management grads, one day you're going to become, you will be leading tribes of people, your own teams. It is so important to stand up on stage and have that moment where you are able to inspire them. So communication skills are so important. Good? I'll park there with my thoughts and then I will tell you now about my entrepreneurial journey. Completed my computer science education, came to Trichy, got my first job, worked in India for about 3 years. But I slogged literally. One is never about 9 to 5. I literally go 14, 15 hours end to end. காலையில் 9 மணிக்கு ஆஃபீஸ் வந்தேன்னா ராத்திரி 1 மணி 2 மணி போய் பேனர் கட்டுறதுலேருந்து I will do everything in Trichy, and I became one of the top marketing reps in Trichy. In the sense, in actually going house to house calls, going and convincing parents that computer education is something so important. You should send your kids for computer education necessarily. That is where it started. The hustle was something very important. Trichyla, I had gotten to a stage where I had almost achieved most of the stuff. In the sense, like the pinnacle of the positions. I was getting like about 5,000 rupees, working for a computer center, spearheading that computer center. And then what happens is, one of my uncles came up and said, hey, now I'm giving you a 10 lakhs check. I want you to start a facility, something like this. You have this drive, you've created this a computer center which did not exist at all, and you've been able to make it into such a huge opportunity for that particular business. Why don't you create one? I said, no, I want to learn more. One of the most important things is, don't be in a rush in your entrepreneurial journey. இன்னைக்கு வந்து எல்லாம் ஸ்டார்ட் னு சொல்றாங்க. Students are coming out and saying, I want to do a startup, I want to do a startup. You are on the edge. Why? You are only 21, 22. You have a long time to go. So take your time, learn, work for someone, learn the business. அதிலிருந்து தான் your ideas will start stemming. இது வந்து formational years. But I wouldn't also curb the idea that if you have something while in student life, like for example what Facebook did, right? If you, Mark Zuckerberg, when they were in school, they figured out this idea and they did. Of course you should do that as well, but don't be in a rush, right? So that's the other thing. Got an opportunity to go to the US in 2007. It was very, very accidental. அப்பதான் வந்து recruiterன்றது ஒரு புது வார்த்தை. I just wanted to give you an idea. How do you jump into opportunities? There will be opportunities which is knocking at your door. You got to seize the moment. How do you seize that window? Enna, I was working in Chennai, and there's one of my friends, after many, many years in college, he crosses by and he says, hey, there is an opportunity. In the same industry what I was working in, computer training, I was working in that. And one of my friends stopped by and said, hey, dude, I have an opportunity. So, dude, bro, in the opportunity, they are calling you as there is a recruiter opportunity. Recruiter na hiring talent from India and sending to the US. So, software professionals. Now, roommates, all of my roommates are software developers. I thought, man, the only way with a 7-year degree, right, with such a spectacular degree what I have and I can get to the US is not as a software developer. I've studied computer education, but being a recruiter. No idea about what recruiting is, but I can headhunt talent. I can do whatever it is to become successful in that job. I said, yes, I'll take up that job. In the next 6 months, I recruited close to about 250 people in India. And the very first time that it was a US-based company, they flew me all over the country. I started feeling like, wow, I'm an executive. Delhi la poi walk-in interview. I was doing interviews for opportunities in the US. I got to meet huge exposure. Immediately in 6 months, they said, hey, you have to come to the US, and rest is history. So I went to the US. 3 வருஷம் வந்து அந்த கம்பெனியில் வேலை செஞ்சேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் then I got another opportunity to work for another company. While I was working for these two companies, I was telling them, hey, there is an incredible potential. On the time the what do you call, the outsourcing wave have started, right? And I was telling them, Trichy has an amazing potential. There is close to about 100 educational institutions. If you are thinking about setting up facilities in India, you should think about Trichy. I spent like about 10 years convincing 2 of my employers. I've never worked for any large businesses. I've worked only for small businesses. Wow, Ahmed runs this company, amazing company called as VDART, which is like a large organization with over 4,000 people. He has worked for multinational companies. No, I've never worked for a multinational firm. So, most importantly, seize the moment from what I said in the previous takeaway. Ungalku opportunity varum, you want to seize that opportunity. The next thing what I want you to think about is, when it is never about working for large organizations. Inga periya company-kala vela senjirukonu, it is nothing like that, right? You have it in you. You can build your own large organization. Every day I'm posed with challenges about how do I take this company forward. I've never run a large $300 million enterprise. I've worked only for a firm which is like up to 22. I grew a firm from a $2 million to a $22 million firm. That is when I thought, and I was trying to convince all my employers that, hey, in 10 years, that you should open an offshore facility. And all these people were focused on opening facilities in Delhi, Bangalore, and Chennai, and Hyderabad. So that's when I thought, you know what, you have to take this opportunity, you have to take this chance, and do it in Trichy yourself. Starting this journey in 2010, we call it as a Motamadi startup in Raja Colony. Have you heard of Raja Colony? Have you read our story by any chance? Yeah, okay. We started this in Trichy in 2010 in Raja Colony. It was buzzing with about 400 employees in the next 10 years. We started off with a 5-people team in Trichy. That 5-people team currently is about 750 people. We have 4 facilities in Trichy. And the kind of jobs what we create, right? The jobs what we have, whether it is sales, marketing, finance, HR, analytics, software development jobs, you name it, leadership, ESG, culture, sustainability. We have jobs in almost every other area. Now, you all know, don't need to look for jobs in Chennai and Bangalore and everywhere. But what we want to do is, what we've been able to do is, we've been able to create a trail for the other companies to come and extend opportunities and create opportunities for you. What we've been successful about is a purpose-driven business. A business with a purpose of creating an economic and a social impact for the amazing talent pool in Trichy. The hero of our story, the cornerstone of our success has been Trichy, which is the hero of the story. Through this entire journey, what I knew, and one of the things what I want you to think about, this is something very, very important, is what I knew was only staffing, right? Staffing means, what is the business what we do? Companies need to build software. We provide people for companies to build software. That is the talent management side of it, all right? Companies say, hey, we don't need talent, we want you to build the software. So we build, own, manage, deliver software. That is the services side. We build products as well. Products, if you're using a car and you're using your phone to open your car, that is our tech, close to about 10 million consumers. All of this being delivered by our Global Capability Center in Trichy and all of Trichy talent. That's the story. Through this journey, there have been many ups and downs and challenges, but I will address those challenges in your Q&A. One of the most important things is, again, being on the edge. What does being on the edge mean? In 2017, I knew only talent management. I can only hunt talent. But during that process in 2017, having a good board, an advisory board for your organization. As you build organizations and enterprises, you will have to put an advisory board or a board. The board suggests, hey, what is it that you should do next? So as a result of that, what we did was in 2017, we went into services and products. So today, VDOT is a group of companies which is in talent management, services, products in various different areas. So surround yourself with coaches and mentors, advisory boards who can really keep you on the edge and help you build businesses which will last for decades to come. One of the things what Sir had asked me to talk about is what is the future of VDOT? The future of VDOT is about how do you build a business, a purpose-driven business, which is not just about you, which is about creating enormous wealth generation for your employees, for your teams, and an organization which lasts for decades, which becomes a centennial, which lasts 100 years. That is what is the future of VDOT. But in this whole journey, the way we think about it is, Trichy is the heart of our business. And we will continue to invest in Trichy and create more opportunities for you. Thank you, and I hope, I know that you are going to have a lot more questions from this, but I want you to keep everything as Q&A. Ask any question what you have, and I'll be more than happy to answer. In closing, this is what I want to talk to you about. Vision poster vandu ella company ninga, because you're management grads, vision posters, purpose posters eldirpanga. But every conversation I end, I want to start with my vision statement and my purpose statement, because every day what we live as leaders and employees in the organization is with our vision. Our vision is to touch the lives of people, to create success, wealth, and quality of life, no matter what kind of business what we are in. Today we are in technology business, tomorrow we'll be in manufacturing business, or we'll be in food and beverage industry, whatever industry, but the vision statement continues to be the same. Thank you.